My love, I often find myself dreaming of being the one who brings a genuine smile to your face, the person you instinctively turn to in moments of happiness as well as in moments of vulnerability. I long to be the one you feel safest with, the one whose presence brings you comfort and reassurance, the one you trust enough to share every part of yourself with, your joy, your sadness, your hopes, your fears, and even the secrets you once believed you would carry alone forever. I understand now that a bond this meaningful cannot exist without a foundation built on trust, honesty, patience, and unwavering support. With all of my heart, I want to build that foundation with you, stone by stone, day by day, and help you feel like your truest, happiest, and most authentic self simply by knowing I am by your side. Over time, through quiet reflection and moments of deep self-examination, I have come to a powerful realization. After everything I've been through, the internal struggles, the unanswered questions, the moments of doubt and silence, I'm beginning to understand something that I believe you may have sensed long before I did. What we share goes far deeper than I was able to recognize at first. In the past, I may have resisted these feelings, caught in my own fears and uncertainties, unsure of what it truly meant to open myself up so completely. I hesitated, questioned, and sometimes pulled back, not because what we had wasn't real, but because I was afraid of just how real it was becoming. Now, after taking the time to reflect honestly on my heart and my experiences, I can finally see the truth clearly. There is something rare and extraordinary between us. It feels as though something greater than either of us brought our paths together, as if the universe itself knew that our lives were meant to intertwine. Before you entered my world, I often felt alone in ways I didn't fully understand at the time. I felt like I was drifting through a crowd, surrounded by people yet unseen, unheard, and disconnected. My days felt repetitive and hollow, my emotions muted, and my spirit weighed down by the sense that something was missing. I tried to appear strong, to blend in, to convince myself that I didn't need more than what I had, but deep inside, I was longing for someone who could truly see me, someone who could understand me on a level that went beyond words. Then you came into my life, and something quietly magical happened. Without force or expectation, you shifted my world. My days became brighter, my heart felt lighter, and hope began to grow where emptiness once lived. The burdens I carried no longer felt as heavy, simply because I didn't feel like I was carrying them alone anymore. With you, life seemed to open new doors, revealing possibilities I hadn't dared to imagine. You breathed new life into my heart and soul, reminding me of emotions I had nearly forgotten and introducing me to feelings I had never fully known before. To me, you are so much more than a friend or a partner, you are a true blessing. You have touched my life in ways that cannot be measured or explained with simple words. After everything that has happened, I am certain of one thing above all else: if there is anyone I can trust completely, it is you. You are the safe place I never realized I needed, the one person I know I can turn to without fear of being judged or misunderstood. Just knowing that you exist in my life fills me with a sense of peace and security that I may never have truly felt before. I admire you deeply, not only for who you are on the surface, but for the beauty of your soul. I see your strength, your compassion, and your quiet resilience. Even during moments when I made mistakes, when I may have hurt you without fully realizing the impact of my actions, you responded with grace, patience, and understanding. Instead of closing yourself off or allowing bitterness to take root, you chose forgiveness. You kept your heart open, choosing growth over resentment and love over fear. To me, that is one of the most beautiful qualities a person can possess: the courage to love freely, even after experiencing pain. Being in your presence has taught me lessons I never expected to learn. Through you, I've discovered the power of gentle strength, the importance of patience, and the healing nature of kindness. Your nurturing spirit has brought a calm to my life that I didn't know was possible. You have shown me what it means to be truly seen and accepted, and through that acceptance, I've been able to grow into a better version of myself. I feel more grounded, more mindful, and more aware of the ways love can transform not just a relationship, but a person's entire way of living and seeing the world. I can see now that the bond between us is not fleeting or accidental. It isn't something temporary or shallow, it is real, profound, and deeply meaningful. I believe with all my heart that there is a purpose behind our meeting, something that goes far beyond simple companionship. I feel that we were meant to support one another, to grow together, and to walk through life side by side, facing both its joys and its challenges as a team. Knowing you has changed me in ways I will always be grateful for, and every single day I carry gratitude in my heart for the blessing that is you. You have shown me what it truly means to love selflessly, with patience, empathy, and understanding. You have reminded me that love does not demand perfection, only honesty, effort, and an open heart. For all of this and more, you will always hold a special, irreplaceable place in my heart, one that no amount of time or distance could ever diminish. I know you've been feeling uncertain and questioning where my heart truly lies, and I want to begin by acknowledging how painful that uncertainty must have been for you. The truth is that I have been living in a state of inner conflict for quite some time, struggling to make sense of my own emotions and reactions. Much of this confusion has been driven by my ego, a part of me that learned long ago to protect itself by building walls rather than opening doors. Those walls became so familiar that I didn't realize how high or thick they had grown, and before I knew it, they were standing between us. Even though, deep down, my feelings for you have always been real, deep, and undeniable, I allowed fear and pride to dictate my actions instead of honesty and courage. I see now how my inability to reach out, to reassure you, or to simply speak from my heart created distance that never needed to exist. Over time, that distance turned into silence, and I can only imagine how confusing and hurtful that must have felt on your side. Communication between us slowly faded, and at moments it may have felt like it disappeared entirely. I know how deeply connected we are, and because of that connection, the absence of words likely felt louder than anything I could have said. You may have wondered what changed, whether my feelings had shifted, or whether you had done something wrong. I need you to know, with complete honesty, that none of this happened because I stopped caring. In fact, it was quite the opposite. My feelings for you were so intense that they overwhelmed me, and instead of leaning into them, I retreated. My pride and fear convinced me that staying guarded was safer than being vulnerable, even though that choice caused us both pain. There was a point, perhaps during an argument or a tense moment in the past, when something I said or did hurt you more deeply than I realized at the time. Looking back, I can see how my words or actions may have cut deeper than I intended, and how your response, though possibly sharp, came from a place of honesty and emotional truth. Rather than listening, understanding, or meeting you with compassion, I allowed that moment to touch a sensitive wound inside me. Instead of facing it, I began to pull away. That withdrawal wasn't fair to you, and it wasn't healthy for me either. I can see now that distancing myself only magnified the hurt and misunderstanding between us, creating a cycle that neither of us deserved. You've always had a way of understanding me that feels almost unsettling in its depth. You see through the masks I wear and the defenses I put up so effortlessly that it leaves me feeling exposed, seen, and known in a way I've never experienced before. That kind of emotional intimacy is rare, and while it brings comfort, it also brings fear. You look straight into my heart, even when I pretend to be distant or unaffected, and no matter how hard I try to hide, I've never truly been able to hide from you. Instead of embracing that closeness, I let it scare me. I convinced myself that running was easier than standing still and allowing myself to be fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. The truth is that my fear of vulnerability didn't begin with you. It has roots that stretch back to my childhood, to moments where being open led to pain, disappointment, or rejection. Those experiences left wounds I never fully healed, and over time, I learned to protect myself by keeping parts of my heart locked away. When something as intense and genuine as our connection came into my life, it stirred those old fears back to the surface. I was afraid of being hurt again, afraid of losing control, and afraid of needing someone as much as I need you. Instead of acknowledging those fears and working through them, I let them guide my actions, and I shut down when I should have leaned in. Despite all of this, you have always seen the real me beneath the fear, the ego, and the walls. You've seen my softness, my insecurities, and my unspoken hopes, and you've accepted them in a way that still amazes me. That level of understanding and patience is something I cherish deeply, even though I haven't always shown it. Your ability to love me as I am, while still believing in who I could become, is something I've never experienced before. Every day, whether I admitted it or not, I thought about you and about the future we might share. In my dreams, I see us connected, peaceful, and happy, building a life grounded in honesty, trust, and mutual growth. Those dreams have stayed with me, even during the times when I seemed distant or unreachable. You mean more to me than I've ever been able to fully express, and it hurts to know that my actions may have made you feel otherwise. I regret every moment when my silence made you feel unimportant, unwanted, or unsure of your place in my life. That was never my intention, and yet intentions don't erase impact. I take responsibility for the pain my distance caused, and I want you to know that I've been reflecting deeply on my behavior and my patterns. I've been working on myself, confronting uncomfortable truths, and recognizing just how much I need to change if I want to be the person you deserve. I'm learning that love requires vulnerability, courage, and honesty, even when it feels frightening. And while I know change takes time, I want you to know that my heart has always been with you, even when I didn't know how to show it.